straight to the game. So, rosters on these two teams for now. We've got Coative, Blue 4, Elite, KirbyDog, and Vero. The same roster we've seen for the whole time for 8 Basils. Unity, we've got Berserk subbing in, Kodiak, Black, Jacob, and Nebula. Going into this, we'll see if Nebula can make any major plays like we saw early on in Unity's run. Meanwhile, on 8 Basils, we'll see if KirbyDog and Coative can lift the heavy weight. And it's Coative to start us off strong.
Coative, they're trying to play for that angle, and now Berserk is going to push up towards the side. Jacob able to find KirbyDog, Elite on that mid side. Jacob good for 2 before going down 3 versus 3. Side control for the side of Unity. They're able to get this plant on A. No grenades from that side of 8 Basils.
Smoke goes out on Cat. The 8 Basils is going to be forced to go long here as there's a smoke on Catwalk. It's all 3 players, and this is going to be a battle of headshots. Can they connect?
Oh, what a flash. That's going to hit
Black gets
right
away,
there.
though. Good positioning. He's out of there.
Elite's gonna swing up. Berserk, good for that kill. Vail gonna go for the reach out, gets that trade. Knows there's one in the backside, but Kodiak stops in their tracks. Black finds the final kill, and that's the first round for Unity.
Round starting.
Immediately onto the board. Good utility usage. Good saving utility into the post plant. Unity starting this one out strong. I mean, not only in their shots, but also in their coordination, communication, and utility. We'll see if that manages to stay throughout the first half. I mean, this is probably the most played map for all. I'd actually say for all of these players, Suna is their most played map because of how long they've been playing. So you've got to feel comfortable here. Jacob, good nade to start us out.
Oh, and Kirby finds that pick on Nebula, stopping the cross. Blue 4 from the mid side, able to take down Jacob. And now the rest of Unity are gonna have to make this push onto B site. Berserk up all the way towards back site, gonna hold it down. Kodiak stops that push, but he has to deal with one more on that side along. And Nade's gonna go through, flashes up.
Kirby reveals his position.
Kodiak gets stopped by the nade. Good for 2. Berserk on his own. 1 versus 3. Tilly's out the ladder fake. Gonna be the spray fire. 1 minute left. Gonna tuck in all the way in Ninja. Just spotted where Berserk's at. Gonna peek up. Able to find KirbyDog. He's gonna swing up. Finds Berserk. And it's still an even match. 1-1.
Yeah, that nade is massive. I mean,
Get ready.
KirbyDog, he does reveal his position with the flashbang, but the nade cleans up Kodiak, so it turns out okay in the end. The trade immediately comes in, and I mean, 8 Basils, the retake, absolutely clean. They didn't even have to deal with the scanner going down, and that's ideally how you want it. You want time pressure on your side, not the colonist side. You don't want to have to overdo your retake. You don't want to have to do it too quickly. You want as much time in the world for that.
Kirby fighting that first kill. And still, they give up so much for mid. They send 1, but still, they need to find reinforcements. Be able to make sure that they don't get pushed. And Kodiak's going to be the one to hold that. Especially with that Jacob peeker right there.
Yeah, Kodiak's been struggling on mid here. And because of players like KirbyDog pushing through the smoke on mid, they just give up complete control.
And Berserk's able to find that pick on the KirbyDog. Nade is out. It's a little bit too far out. Vero from that barrel side, trying to peek out for the angles. Black's gonna push up, goes down. Berserk able to get that trade. Kodiak still has to find a way to pick it up. Because Berserk
so far
left
behind.
alone. Doesn't even matter. 2v2, making that even. Nade's out. Flashbang hits. And Elite. Well, let's move forward. Elite finds that pick just down to Kodiak. 1 versus 2. 45 seconds left. Scanner is dropped.
Scanner dropped on the green barrels. Kodiak's going to work his way through scaffolding. Might be able to find one, but if he takes too long, Blue 4 is going to check his behind here.
Remaining.
Elite has his 6 and is trained on it like a hawk. He doesn't think Kodiak's coming out of main at all. He absolutely knows what's happening here.
15 seconds left to play.
Oh, the turn.
This might be the timing. Jack, the swing, the knife attempt is there, but it ends up short.
Kodiak, the
Now-
knowledge is there, but execution, not very. 8 Basils take the lead 2-1. Slow start. It all depends on the mid pick here. Blue 4 and Kirby Dog have historically been getting these mid picks, but Jacob's looking to contest, maybe keep them from pushing up and getting that info. Meanwhile, the rest of Unity are posting up for a push on long. Kodev is going to be the only player to have some sort of response here.
Jacob
8 Basils clear mid.
from spawn side.
They know it's a B hit now. 8 Basils have cleared mid, and with all the utility from Unity on this side of the map, 8 Basils will begin to rotate over with no kills. We are a minute into the round with no kills yet, and Unity is on the site.
They're playing so heavy. They're relying so much on their mechanics. And that's what they're gonna try and do. Kodev pushes up, unable to find a single kill. As Kodev goes down, Nebula plays 2 off the catwalk. And now the push towards the underpass. It's gonna be a wipe. Kirby Dog able to find 1, but still, the amount of pressure coming in from Unity is not enough. And it's gonna be 2-2. And it's still close.
Even though 8 Basils rotated their entire team over and knew that the hit was coming from Belong, they still failed to hold the site because of how passively they played. They kept falling off. They kept backing up further and further while waiting for their teammates to make a play. Nobody made a play for 8 Basils there. And the one time they did, Kirby Dog was already alone, and he failed to grab the front of his gun, resulting in his death instead of a 2K or even a clutch. Jacob opens us up here. It's exactly what Unity needs. They need this mid control.
Yeah, about cursing them, and
That's okay.
now they need to reinforce the middle. Now Elite spots 1, making the call that 1 is towards his middle side. Kodev able to find Kodiak, stopping that push. And now Unity are gonna rotate their way onto A. Nebula caught off guard by scaffold side. Berserk find Kirby Dog, but Vero stops it, and it's just down to black. 1 versus 3.
He knows where
8
2
is
of them
out,
are,
gonna
though.
start this scan. And now 8 Basils are gonna start the pressure.
Oh, the timing. He puts his gun down, and Kodev shuts him down. That is unfortunate. Unity now behind by 1 round. 8 Basils up to 3.
Scan interrupted.
And mid being such an important factor in this map, if you're a defender, you're a Rayab, and you push up and you're able to clear mid, you know that it's probably going to be a very heavy hit on one side of the map. And that allows you to just play super safe, rotate off, rotate around. Meanwhile, on the attacking side, you keep mid control, you prevent rotates, and get more info for your team. It's such a vital place to play. And both teams are, it's really a 50-50. We'll see what happens here on Cat.
Elite finding that pick onto Nebula. And it just makes you wonder, they just still are just locking mid down. Have control, but just how long can you hold that for? Jacob on the catwalk side. Kirby Dog is going to start this pinch on the cap. And now Jacob able to find 1. He hears from behind. Unsuccessful with the pistol in hand. And now Unity are going to push up. D-Control is in favor for that side of Unity. They're going to try and take control.
Berserk's posted up on
all the way
flank,
back.
yeah.
He has the scanner in hand. They have sight.
Why does Berserk have scanner? Now scanner's down, and it's a 4 versus 2 in favor of 8 Basils.
Versus 3. Kodiak on the side gets caught off trying to play on that hop up. Black and Vero hears the gunfire, and it's
The
going to
bait
be the
is
kill.
perfect. The jiggle there from Vero is perfect, and
Round starting.
they threw the round. Berserk threw the round there. I have to say it.
4 AK-12s from the side of Unity. Usually you'd have like at least 2, 3 maybe.
I'd say
If
2
you're
at
gonna
most.
play like the long sides, yeah, 2 at most if you can play like a lot of these long ranges. But 4 is such an interesting. On a standstill, Unity playing a lot more slower, not trying to force angles. Now there's only one mid player. That is going to be Nebula still hanging on the garage side. All it's going to take is one smoke. Make this push. Smoke out. Gonna smoke off the site. Yeah, here comes the rush.
Oh, the nade forces Coative around. Barely gets any damage though.
Jacob able to find Coative, and it's only nades that have been traded out. Nebula able to find Blue 4, trying to make this early or late rotation. Elite able to find 2. Kirby Dog goes down 2 versus 2, but Unity is so low on HP. They have to play passive. They have to wait this one out. Kodiak gonna try and go for this scan. It's gonna go up, but the rest of Unity.
Oh, this position. Oh, Jacob throws it away.
Kodiak falls as well, and that is going to be the 5th round for 8 Basils.
If Jacob doesn't peek there, I think he actually wins the round. He might be able to get one, and then Kodiak swings off him, but I guess they don't realize that there are no players cat. Nobody's coming cat. They have historically sent multiple long every single retake. You have to think about that. Where had they been on the previous retakes? And they did not think about long. For it, they get punished, and now it's 5-2 in favor of 8 Basils. Look at the scoreboard. We have our first double digit on Kirby Dog, 10 and 6.
A little bit of a split push now from side of Unity. It's now Jacob able to find that first pick onto Coative. And Elite, just the moment you peek this, it's caught off from Black, and now mid control's giving up. Blue 4 from underpass gonna try and make this rotate, has to at least hold up some type of defense. Vail able to find Kodiak, nades out, flashes out as well. They know that Blue 4 is in Cubby. And now it's a 2 versus 3. Your 2 members of A Basils, they are just hard anchored on this A site, and now you're able to get this scan for free. And there is no utility on either side.
Scan started.
Pharaoh on Catwalk's side. Single peek. Oh, the keep! It's spotted! And it's just down to Jacob! They both find a pick at their own! Now it's just a matter of time. Knives out! Jacob finds 1! And it's just down to Vero. Punch it out! There's no time! There is just no time! Jacob has secured it for Unity to get their 3rd.
Scan complete. We're switching sides.
Push on towards mid site. That's where nearly 8 Basils forward all their push at. And now they're gonna split off. They're gonna have Elite try to play towards this fight on towards A. And they're good, but still, this fight on mid, it's so crucial right now. 2 versus 2. Now Kodiak as well as Nebula have to make their way. Barrow is gonna easily get the scan in time.
Started.
Still no utility for either side. Nebula 1 versus 2 to give Unity that 4th round. Knife thrown, it ends up short. And just attack coming in from Blue 4. Barrow swings out, gets the 6 for 8 Basils.
Round starting. Get ready.
Push Jacob able to find Kirby Dog off the rip with or at mid side.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I see a timeline where Unity is up to 4 right now and 8 Basils is at 5. Nebula definitely needs to step it up. Maybe it's just not his map, but Unity does have the first pick into this round, and they have an opportunity to make it work if they work with the time that they have.
now Code able to find that pick onto Jacob 4 versus 4. Now Unity needs to step it up. Berserk going for the long flank here. At a time, but I'm pretty sure someone is gonna hear it. And Berserk's able to find one, and now they are able to stop this progress of the side of Unity with that flank. And now there's a minute left. They bought enough time to now to the point where Unity have to just commit to one bomb site, and they need to go. 50 seconds left. They smoke off mid. And now you can see number 8 Elite gonna be pushing up. They're gonna be running into Black. He gets the headshot. And now this scan is gonna go down. Nate's gonna be primed as well. It's gonna end up to it. It finds one. Unsuccessful to find the pick on the barrel. 30 seconds left. Nate is out, and Unity get that 4 before Nate from the grave takes out Nebula. Unity going to focus all this push on the 8. No mid players, no regard for that flank. They're gonna go through. Elite goes down. Baron going to find their pick. Kodiak goes down as well.
Side is forfeit. 3v3 to get back in.
8 Basils is gonna go for this plant. Unity are up all the way on ramp. Smoke is crossed. They have no utility to work with. Kodiak finds one. Jacob goes down. Even 2v2. Down to a 1v2. Vero makes this even.
Kodiak has util.
Kodiak and Vero 1 versus 1. Vero just needs to bring around the Rosie this. They're gonna play around this container side. It should be the swing, and Kodiak gets it done. A little bit more.
Light bulb. A 5th round, and 8 Basils are finally getting figured out by Unity. I mean, off the back of a beautiful information collection flank into a perfect spray down and nade from Black into a beautiful retake, properly utilizing utility and sound from Kodiak. Unity, 2 rounds in a row, have closed the gap with 8 Basils, and it is about to be a 6-6 game if they can manage to squeak past this round. 8 Basils, though, they may have a chance to solve Unity's problems here and possibly watch their flanks force a fight that makes Unity uncomfortable, or some other minor factor in positioning that throws them off guard.
Fight towards mid. Kodiak getting that first blood.
It's massive.
Now Blue Forge is gonna have to stand there, and Cubby just wondering where could he possibly be. Did he rotate now? Is he just gonna hold that angle?
Nebula spots that. Nebula knows these 2 players are long. And it's gonna
out
be perfect.
as well. Nace there cleans up Nebula from back sight. And Kodiak is gonna hold from ladder. Shut down. 2 versus 2. Barrow gonna swing from the scaffold side. Berserk finds that pick. Coative, last one. 1 versus 2.
Had to take some extra time to recover Scanner.
He needs to stop the even. Needs to keep this lead alive. He has a frag grenade in hand.
Yeah, moment of peace, a moment of silence before the storm. Kovativ did use his last smoke grenade in order to cover his cross when he recovered Scanner, but now he's used his nade, and he has to isolate a 1v1.
Oh,
Berserk and
timing.
Black are so separate here.
Where's his timing?
Oh,
And he doesn't
Black!
doesn't realize it. He believes that he died. He had the clear because he naded Catwalk.
Oh, the timing and shot in the side of the head, falling over to the left, and now it's Unity up 6-6. It is tie game after 3 rounds in a row from Unity. They have this figured out, and 8 Basils need to take a step back and maybe, just maybe, work their picks a little bit better together.
One way is from Berserk.
Oh, it's a fat cat. It's a fast cat push. Oh lord.
They're gonna go quick on this as well. 8 Basils is gonna say, we'll just commit to this. Nate is out as well. Elite caught off by the single edge. Nebula is also able to get a pick of their own. And now the push has been fully staggered. They know where the last 3 are gonna be. They're gonna be on the lawn. Nebula goes down. Kodiak pulls it off with 2. Blue 4, last one alive, but 1 versus 3. And the push from long. It's not enough. They're just gonna get aggressive. Nate is out. It's a roll. It's a beautiful one from Black. As now Unity take the lead.
You know, Jacob maybe not getting the nade onto Cat there, but it doesn't matter because Kodiak swings together with his teammate and picks up 1, goes on to get 2 more in the round, a 3K for him. Absolutely wonderful performance. You think maybe he took our advice from earlier and shifted the IGL the responsibilities to somebody else, because everybody is performing now. Berserk has his plays, Black has his plays, Nebula has his individual picks, and Kodiak and Jacob are making a difference, and they have the lead now because of it. The real question is, how are they going to counter this fast A play?
Now here comes the push. It's unexpected. Nate there, maybe staggered a little. There it is. It's 1. It's good for 2. Kirby Dog is going to try and push 2. Maybe find that trade.
Black.
And it's still a 3B. Blue 4 goes down as well. And what it looked like a lead for the side of A Basils swaps over to map point for Unity.
Unity, beautiful performance, several rounds in a row, but Black absolutely dominating on that backside A long hold there, dropping a smoke down and spraying through, stops the push through the smoke once again, and then follows up to support his teammates towards A main. Beautiful placement and beautiful positioning there from Black. We'll see how a fast push responds.
He finds the first blood.
Completely unexpected, and now Unity have the upper hand and should know how 8 Basils want to play this round. Berserk getting a little bit egoed.
Kirby Dog all the way up for Cat. And Elite.
Oh,
The Blue 4 able to make this even up. 4v4. But Jacob goes down from mid, tries to hold it from under. Still able to get that pick.
Black gets the shot.
The rifle in hand, able to take down Kirby. AK versus M4. Still could beat it at the long range.
this is the right play from Nebula. Back up. You have no utility. Wait for your teammates to show up.
Finds that pick on Catwalk as well. Elite and Vero, they need to keep their team in this. They need
Oh, the
to
cross.
Map point. Vero, last one alive. 1 versus 2. Tries to pick
Oh,
up
the
from
long fight.
Finds the kill.
One
but
on
Kodiak
one.
might not go for the swing. Dropped down from ladder.
Vero dropping 20
Vero's gonna back
kills.
off.
He has to make it 21 to keep his team in this map. Kodiak, on the other hand, full health, only needs to connect with 1 bullet, and he's cleared out long. He knows that Vero is going to go for this rotate, but Vero may opt to go up Cat. He's got 30 seconds to make this push work, and I don't think it's going to happen. He hears a footstep from Kodiak. Kodiak, you've got to turn!
He wins it.
Oh, Kodiak, 9 and 6.
They take map 1 and a little bit more extra.
The revenge
Now
is
it
here.
Map point.
Revenge is not taken just yet. They've got 1 more map to go. But after a performance like that, they are feeling elevated. They are feeling a high of energy right now. And I think they can carry that into the second map.
Gives us time to warm up.
Wow. After that,
Use this time to
predictions for map 2, Heritage. Any idea?
I think we get an 8-9.
An 8-9 on this
8-9
map?
On this map, yeah.
If we see Vero pop off again and get 20 kills like he just did, even though he was losing, I think 8 Basils can win this map. But if this isn't Vero's map, I don't think 8 Basils wins it. Everybody is activated on Unity right now. 8 Basils is struggling and being hard carried through Suna. They need more than just Vero activated right now. We'll see how the pistol calls it.
Now pistol round.
Oh, deep
good
nade.
night, Berserk puts the man to sleep. And now Kodiak able to find the headshot onto Vero, and absolute clean one as well. And just look at this Kirby dog just getting aggressive in the smoke. They hear the cops. Kodiak finding Kodiak. He's pushing through. But with the knife in hand, what do you expect would happen? Jacob finding Kodiak. Elite and Blue 4, last one alive. Just down the Blue 4, and it's just a wall of smoke. They're able to spot Nebula. It's not enough as the pistol round favors Unity.
Impressive stuff. Even after a util entry from 8 Basils, Unity manages to break back into sight. I was really worried about that collateral. 2 players swinging from Unity from elbow out towards Cubby, but they managed to make it work. They changed their pacing. They split up, and 8 Basils are forced to shoot at 2 bodies, and they can't figure out who to shoot at, leaving Unity the opportunity to get the frag and get back into the site before 8 Basils has had time to set up for the retake. Unity absolutely flawless there. Even if you die early on, still managing to make those impactful utility entries and impactful retake kills. Impressive stuff. And Nebula with 3 on the board already. We'll see if he is the key factor here in Unity's victory. Bit slower pace, a bit quieter, as 8 Basils proc up for a beat.
Oh, that's gonna. It didn't rat out Kirby Dog enough.
Oh, he coughed. He stepped into it. Kodiak gets a free kill.
Finds that pick. And now Berserk finds another one as well. Vero on the other side. Berserk finds at least 2. Now they're gonna force his push onto a short. Elite. There, the fight is good for 1. Catches the player jumping from the stair side, but it's just down to him in a 1v4, down to a 1v3. Nade as well. Now you know where the last player is, and Nebula picks it up.
round starting.
Man, oh man, Unity, this is exactly how you want to start your map 2. Up by 2 rounds and looking to make it more a solid defense that hasn't been cracked yet. Oh, wow.
That pick off of middle. As now you basically kind of strand your players.
Berserk.
Berserk.
Oh,
He's
Coative.
pushing. He's going for it. Unsuccessful. Little bit of an overextension. Smokes out.
I mean, I think it's okay. 8 Basils is so scared of A that they're just allowing 8 Basils to come get farmed at B.
Picked off. Jacob has to hold this on his own. Flashbang out as well. Lands it as well. 8 is out. Okay, just in time. And now the sprays are coming through. 1 minute left on the clock. And now they realize, hey, we made so much noise on B. We're going to focus on A. And that's what exactly 8 Basils are going to do. Jacob is going to be able to catch this one off guard. He's going to hear the footsteps.
Oh, and
Now
he has all
scanners
the
in
info.
hand. Oh, it's just the timing. He swings out. Jacob finds 1. 1 versus 1 on the site. And Code wins it.
8 Basils managing to find that Berserk, an excellent aggressive play early on, but overextends way too far. Coative calls out that he's continuing to push, and Kirby Dog punishes, leaving the rest of the team to be split up among the 2 sites. 2 on each defending, and that's middle control given up. 8 Basils eventually working their way towards the A site. And making it close was Jacob, but at the end of the day, Berserk has calmed himself down. He's tamed his anger a little bit, and maybe I spoke too soon. He's working his way up mid. Does he find blue 4 here?
Kirby Dog's gonna get the first pick. So now Berserk's focus is gonna be tailored a little bit towards the short side, where he is gonna try.
Oh, Kirby Dog gets the follow up.
Kirby Dog.
Oh, blue 4.
Good.
The
So now they
timing.
spot Berserk. Vail was gonna swing out and get punished for it. Berserk finally gets picked off. 2 versus 4, but you leave each player of Unity on site. Oh,
the flash is huge.
Overwhelmed Jacob, but Elite's gonna fall. Makotiv gets that pick just down to black. 1 versus 3. Now,
Scan started.
Blue 4 posted up
You
and
have
Ali's
a
1
flash in
HP.
hand.
He's got flash. He can clear out one of these players. He'll win the fight with Blue 4 if he takes it head on. And then he's got a 1v1 converted after that if he's smart about it. But the nade lands right on him. And Basils tie it up. Impressive stuff. As they finally decide to push the A site, and it works out for them. Maybe they should push the A site more often.
Two to 2 on map 2. Make a wish, y'all. Out coming in from Kirby, maybe trying to play a little bit more. Clear out a couple of these angles.
Berserk is playing way more passive as well.
Knowing, and still, it is both of these teams. They are playing default right now. They just need information. That's all that these players are gonna try and do. Just call it, hey, there's at least one here, one at X, one at Y, etc. And they could just play off of it. Once they know, they're gonna try and focus. And that's what Basils are doing. They went from having a default.
Quick peek.
They're just gonna try and focus their momentum onto B site as there was a trade onto mid.
Yeah, it's still a slow round from Basils. They're trying to get Unity to overextend, but
Yeah, but look at
Berserk
this.
has learned
You
his
leave
lesson.
2 players there, and now you're relying on just those 2 players to hold it.
And they thought they were going to go B, but now they're going for the fast to rotate A, but so is Nebula.
Jacob had to hold this alone. Swings out. Kirby Dog good for 1. Hit by the flash. And they're hiding, coughing in that smoke. 3 versus 2.
30
Elite
seconds
able to find
remaining.
Nebula. They know Jacob's hiding behind the CT containers. Now Kodiak coming in.
They hear
from
Scanner come off the
alley
chest.
side from
Jacob knows where
bunker.
both
Jacob
are.
with a swing. Falls. Kodiak 1 versus 2. Did it
Scan
for the map.
I don't think they know he's alley. They probably think he's
But he
bunker,
made
but
too much
shots.
noise.
Shots go out.
And now he has to clear it out. Has to check for containers as well. Has to watch for bunker. He hears one of the players. Catches one. Gonna go for the tap off.
Does he stick this?
Blue for
He
it.
sticks this. No, he
He's
gets
gonna
off.
swing out. He has 30 seconds left. He knows where at
He has
least
so
that
much
final
time.
player is at.
He has so much
20
time.
seconds left. No utility to work with. He's gonna try and He's gonna try and stick this. Blue 4. It's an absolute win, but it doesn't even matter.
Oh my
Blue
goodness.
4 gets the kill as now Basils take the lead.
A little too close for comfort. The whiffs hit close to home there. In that situation, I really honestly think that that Kodiak just needs to stick it the first time around. I mean, he needs to call the bluff. There's so much time on the scanner that Blue 4 probably thinks Kodiak's gonna take the fight. So why not stick it? Why not lean into the ego? Why not call a bluff, you know? It's worth a shot, especially this early on. You might be able to get a free round out of it because you're not being expected to do so. And once again, we're getting into the slow gameplay. Nebula's working through tunnels. Meanwhile, 2 players, it's going to be, I believe, Coative and Elite working their way on main. Meanwhile, Jacob posted up in his regular default position on the back site. He's going to return a smoke. He's returned the favor.
Berserk finds the first pick onto Vero. Now, all of Basils, they're going to try and focus onto A site. They know Jacob is all the way back in forklift. Matter of when does Jacob want to peek? Gonna spot one. But Nebula from the back side, from that flank, gets all three.
Round
And
starting.
just when you wait too long, it's gonna come back to bite you.
Waving. Giving a fist bump. Nebula's gotta be happy about that one. As now Unity's tied up 3-3, and there is more opportunity where that came from. Nebula coming to life on this map, absolutely. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, Vero not quite here yet. Maybe not his map, but now he swapped onto the UMP for this fast B push. We'll see how it goes for him.
Before fighting to pick on the Berserk, Kirby able to get Kodiak as well, and it's a perfect push coming in from that side of A Basils. 8 is thrown. Now, Nebula goes down Jacob, last one alive, 1 versus 4, and Coda able to shut down Jacob.
Round starting. Get ready.
4 rounds now for 8 Basils. Can Unity make it an even half? This is known to be one of the most balanced maps in the game. It's really side dependent, team dependent, what you like to play on. So some teams might prefer Rayab on this map and play better on Rayab. Some teams might prefer Colonist, play better on Colonist. But Coative's going real fast here, showing that he likes to play Colonist.
Kovac spots to keep Nebula, and now they're just gonna say, hey, let's just rush this on A. Smokes are out. Vail was able to find Jacob. Kodiak taking from the spawn side, goes down as well. Smalls, last one alive with a vector in hand, hits a dink. Flashbang is out as well. The lanes are there, but just the rush is just so overwhelming.
A flawless round to end the first half. It's 5-3 in favor of 8 Basils over Unity. What a play. Absolutely changing the pace.
Fight for mid. Matters a lot here. Nate is out. Knocks down Nebula around 25%. Now Unity pushing up. Gonna go for the push on towards the site. Smokes out. Nebula able to find a lead. Blue finding 2. And now Coative unsuccessful. Killing me Smalls with the PM9 in hand. Kirby Dog from the behind. Can't find a kill. Vero 1 versus 3.
Good damage on Smalls and Nebula. We'll see what Vero can do with that here.
Boss Kodiak, but just the pixel peak is way too good. Now it is 4 for Unity. Unity trying to focus on the B site now. Berserk drains one onto Coative. Now Kirby just trying to spray through this smoke. Nebula from behind, able to find a pick. But Kirby's there.
Berserk doesn't check his right. The coughing's there.
Elite's right behind him. Finds one, goes down. But that's enough. And now the scan has to be retrieved. They're gonna try and go for flag. Kirby is there, goes down, and that is tied up. 5-5.
Oh my lord. I mean, the coughing and the smoke from Elite, but Berserk just is so laser focused he doesn't turn around. I guess he's expecting a teammate to deal with that sooner. I wouldn't be able to tell you the thought process there. But once again, Unity, they're going to force the agenda on B. They're going to try to figure this out. They're going to try to crack this site open, as they've been unsuccessful to do so far. And Elite has a statement to say about it.
Made that first pick, and now you can see he's all the way up towards green boxes. Berserk finding that pick onto Coative. Still evened out. And Jacob finding another one on the Kirby dog. A is wide open for Unity to take. Now Vero trying to hold on towards mid side. Here comes the alley push. They're gonna try and go through. Blue 4 is there. Kodiak, Jacob gonna be at support, knowing there's at least one there. Kodiak falls. And now the pressure on A is there. Smalls takes out Blue 4. Vero 1v4. Can't find another one. And the lead change is for Unity.
Round starting.
Unity up to 6, and they are looking strong after 2 in a row. The entry frags are good. They're avoiding the nades early round. They're not dying early round in mid. Meanwhile, A Basils, I'm just not too sure what's going on here. They're playing some awkward positions that they're not getting rewarded from. Their teammates are not swinging off them from. And it just seems like a lot of individual hero plays, the same issue that we saw with Unity in some of the earlier matches. A lot of these players are going for hero matches or hero plays rather than playing with their team.
Oh, the nade there. It's just an absolute artillery strike. And now, I don't think there's been a single gun kill. But now Jacob is able to find that pick on the Kirby dog. Making it an even 3 versus 3. Unity up on the B side. You see number 6 Berserk. Right, and make this rotate. But look at this. Everyone is guessing it. Everyone knows that they're just going to make this push on a B.
They don't have a smoke to cross
But
either.
look at that. It's a pick. And it is just down to Vero. Once again, 1 versus 3. Berserk pushes up. Goes down.
the one hand.
Nebula starting the scan. Able to get picked off as well. But Jacob for the reswing makes them lead by 2.
Wow, that was a little too close for Vero. 2 back-to-back headshots, no scan down. Little bit nerve-wracking here for Unity, but they do still have the lead. 4 rounds in a row, and they need 2 more to win the series. Already up after winning Suna.
Kodiak pushing up. Gets the tags on the code. And not good for the kill though. Still trying to focus his push, making his way up towards elbow. Gets mollied off, has to force his push, finds one. But that's the best he can get. They start pushing up. Blue 4 somehow finds one with the thermite. And now Kodif has to hold on his own. Finds one. 2 versus 2. Jacob Smalls versus Kodif and Vero.
Oh, Vero with a prime
Takes down
pick.
Jacob. Smalls. 1 versus 2. Player has been going up for his team.
Interesting
Matter of time.
choice
The
of
swing out.
sight.
Another one. Vero pushes up. Now the pitch is through. Vero confirms it. And it's 6-7. Closing the gap a
Round
little by
starting.
little.
Get ready.
6-7. Unity slowly losing their lead. Maybe it's the individual fights, but thermite kill. I think that's the first thermite kill we've seen. There's probably been some off stream, but I believe that's the first thermite kill we've seen on stream today. It has been a long time waiting to see that.
Kodiak finding the kill on the Kirby dog.
That's massive.
Nades out as well, smokes, thermites, anything you can imagine, flashes as well. And now Jacob's gonna push through up towards bunker, shut
Oh, the
down.
nades.
Blue gets 2. Now it's 3 versus 2. Kodiak from the spawn side, spots Berserk, and finds the kill there. Kodiak, 1 versus 3. He needs to find his kill to force them to map point, potentially series point as well. He needs to stop this potential lead from being lost.
Kodiak gonna take it a bit slower. He knows he has more than a minute left to look for this pick, but I'm not sure if 8 Basils is gonna be egotistical enough to make this peak. They are very conservative when it comes to their playstyle. Oh,
it's possible.
the cloak! The cloak through the wall!
Look, just clipped right through. You have to be careful when you do that.
Yeah, piece of advice, never jam yourself up against the wall fully. If you take just 1 step forward, it is enough to prevent the clipping. Kodiak
And now
push forward, but it's all for nothing.
Finds the kill. And a
Oh,
little
Blue
bit more
4's
led
angry.
into the rounds.
Round starting.
A little
A
bit
little bit of
angry.
champion squads as well. 7-7 count.
Oh man, he's angry. He wants this win. He is hungry for this win over Kodiak.
Berserk, Nebula. Going in the tunnel side, split to 1-2. And just look at this. Okay, Basil. Full focus on the B side. No one playing a hard anchor on the A. This is what they're so focused on. Kodiak able to find a lead. The Kirby Dog able to find a kill inside the smoke. But just look at this. Because they focus so much on that fire, you're allowing Nebula as well as Berserk to push up onto the tunnel side. And that's what's going to happen.
Completely free.
Kodiak is going to go down.
Oh, the nade.
There.
Oh, it doesn't connect. But good damage.
7-7. The tunnel push is there. Blue 4 able to take down Nebula. Berserk able to find Barrow. And now it's just down to Jacob. 1 versus 2. They know where the last one's at. Blue 4 is going to start this peak. Kirby's going to start to scam. But just when you are watched from 2 sides, just can't see Kirby. Now, map point for 8 Basils.
Not serious point though, as Unity took the first map, and Unity perhaps gonna push this to a 9-8. It would take an absolute plethora of effort from them. They can't give up the early picks. They need to have more support towards mid and A, but B, how are they just gonna give up B and play util on it? That's the question. Most teams, they back off. They play util only until they know there's a push coming. But Unity, they tend to at least have a player over here to make sure that nothing fishy's going on.
Unity, full focus on this B site. Nades thrown, thermite thrown. Smokes air everywhere right now. And just look at this. Nebula gonna go aggressive on the offense. Finds 1, finds 2. And he's just hiding in smoke. Kirby Dog passes by. And Blue 4 able to find that kill. And now look at this. Kirby Dog's good for 2. Smalls has to go for the stop. 2 versus 2. And Smalls has to do it to keep it. Prevent the map 1. And just 1 versus 1 to keep them in this. Nades thrown. He needs to stop the map 2. Blue 4 gonna go for the tap. Gonna hold it. He's gonna be holding this. He's gonna go through to spray out through. He's looking down. It's not enough, and we need 1 more round to decide it.
Match point.
Ooh, close for comfort. It's Smalls to find the headshot. He found the nade. He stalled the disabling of the scanner and made the wrap in time. Blue 4 desperately ducking his head to try to force a 3rd map, but Unity is not having any of it. Absolutely down to the wire, and whoever gets this first pick here might have the momentum to snowball not only the map, but possibly the series for Unity, or 8 Basils tilt Unity off the face of the earth and force a map 3 that they're more comfortable on. 8 Basils is going to play very, very safe here.
They're playing so passive because all it takes is 1 wrong move.
Oh, elite forward.
You give them an opening, that's it.
Oh, Elite takes a peek, scanner's down.
Find a kill on the Berserk. Nebula needs to extend out. Goes down as well. Smalls finds 1. And just look at this focus on the side of B. And the smoke's gonna be out. Nade's out.
All
and
4
look,
players from 8 Basils are here.
They're gonna try and make this rotate. Number 0. Kodiak
3 versus 3.
makes it even. 3 versus 3. And time dwindles down. The players dwindle down.
Smalls is holding the info for the rotate.
The game's on a standstill. And Smalls gonna be holding from mid.
If Kodiak or Jacob recovers this scanner and fakes the rotate, Smalls could get a kill here. Or Smalls groups up with them and forces the fight close. It's
Kodiak
Kodiak!
pushes up. He's gonna go through.
Does he go for the jump?
And he's holding. He's gonna hear it from Kirby. He's gonna
It's
push it
over.
through. Kodiak gets it done. It's a 1 versus 2. Kirby Dog for a tournament run. And that is it. Jacob finds it.
Jacob to close the
And
map.
Unity,
It's Unity.
they move on.
9-8. 9-8. They pull through and get a 2-0 victory. Full revenge. Not just a close fight. An absolute sweep in the series. Unity barely pushing past the line on that final map, but they made it happen. Absolutely insane performance from them. Kodiak has got to be feeling elevated as hell right now. He is absolutely pumped, and they are going to be moving on to fight Wrecked for whether it's grand finals or third place. Have to give congratulations to the top 4. Very well played from 8 Basils for finally coming back, mashing 2 rosters together after being gone for a season. 8 Basils make it to top 4 of our first tournament of season 2 for Crest League. That's something to be proud of. Maybe they didn't get the result they wanted, but top